Everybody, this video is to show how to graph categorical data in Minitab and Minitab Express. So the two graphs that we're going to look at are pie graphs and bar graphs. So we'll start with the pie graph. It's the simpler one to use. So let's say I wanted to graph, this data is that rate my professor data. Let's say I wanted to graph what percentage come from each college. So we can find that this is regular Minitab under graph. Just go down to where it says pie graph. You click the variable you want, the categorical variable, which let's say we're going to pick college. And then you can go to options here and you can change the angles, the start angle. You can combine small slices, or you can do things like show labels. You might want to show the slice labels. Maybe I want to show the percentage in each slice of pie. So I write the graph, and there it is. So there's my pie graph of the two colleges, showing the percentages: 29% at Foothill and 71% at De Anza. In Minitab Express, it's equally simple. You just click graphs here in the top bar. You go to pie graph. You say we have unique data. We're going to go to the variable college. And then click OK. And it actually, the default here is to show you the percentages. But you can also right click and do other options as well. You can click the graph, and then you can add elements. You can change the labels if I don't want those percentages on. Some other things as well, some headers, subtitles, and so forth. Okay, let's look at how to do bar graphs. So I'm going back to the regular version of Minitab. Bar graphs are under graph, bar chart I should say. And there are three types of bar charts you can do in Minitab. There's only two types you can do in Minitab Express. So a simple bar graph just takes these two variables. Let's say we're doing college. Again, I'll pick that one as a simple bar graph. And it just shows the two bars. You can compare them. The second type of bar graph we can make is a cluster bar graph, where we can show how two variables relate to each other. So let's say I want to look at college and hotness, and you can put up to 4, but I'm just going to do 2 here. And there you see the layout. And again, you can go in here and edit it, and there's changes you can make and edit the graph, and you can change the labels down here. You can change the color of the bars. There's just a lot of options you can play with on here. That's basically it. So you see it there. And then the third type of graph you can make in the bar graph options for categorical data is what's called a stack graph, where you stack the variables on top of each other. One graph I really like is a 100% graph. So let me show you how that's done. You go college, and let's say we do it with hotness rating. I'll put those two variables. And then you go under chart options, and I'm going to say show y as a percentage. That'll make the bars the same. And we're going to change that to within categories at level 1. And if I click that, I should get this bar graph here. This is a 100% graph, and you can see that, okay, De Anza seems to have a higher percentage. We're not rated hot. Foothill has more hot rated instructors. Okay. All right. Now this graph cannot be made in Minitab Express, but the other two can. So let me show you how that works. The bar graph is, again, under the graphs option, under bar chart. We can do a simple or a clustered. Those are our two options. So if I do a simple one, I can just simply, let's pick college, just like we did the other one. You can see there's that same graph we saw in Minitab. And then the other graph that you can make is the clustered bar graph, and that's the same place here. Let's say college and hot, and click OK. Right, and again, for all these graphs, if you want to click options, click the graph. Say I wanted, you can change the graph elements with the ticks, the labels, things like that. You can change the orientation. I didn't do that on the other one, but you could do that in Minitab as well. You can change it to a horizontal bar graph instead of a vertical bar graph. So that's how you graph categorical variables in Minitab.